guys, welcome back. I'm actually working, I just got home from work a little bit ago. I'm actually working on two different videos right now. Trying to get Tempest done, and I am cleaning the shop and working on Spy Hunter. So I came down here because I wanted to put one last coat of urethane on the cabinet, and I want to put a coat of black paint on the top and on the back. And then while this is drying, I'm going to be working out in the shop. And then I'm going to come back in here. We're going to put T-molding on it. We're going to pop out the glass, clean the monitor, clean the glass, and then see if we can clean the spinner. And that pretty much should wrap up this Tempest game. Should be ready to go after that. As long as the spinner cleans up, I'm pretty confident that the eyes in the spinner are probably dirty from sitting for so long. That's my guess. So let's get one more coat of urethane on, and then I'm going to clean the paintbrush, and we're going to use, where's it at here? Where's the black at? We're going to put a coat of this Krylon Color Max. It's acrylic latex, indoor-outdoor satin black. Just going to put a coat on the top and on the back, and then that should be good. Oh, we need to put a couple carriage bolts in the front, which we'll do that too later on. So you can use a foam brush too. I actually have really good luck with this. If you look up closely, you can see how smooth it actually is. So with this type of clear coat, this Minwax stuff, I don't think it works as well with a foam brush as it does with the regular paintbrush. This is not your typical normal oil-based urethane, okay? This is water-based, all right? And the reason why I'm using this is, it actually physically says crystal clear finish. If you use a urethane finish, even if it's a clear urethane, it always has like an amber color to it. You know, so what it's going to do is it's going to take your artwork and discolor it a little bit, because that's what urethane does. So that's why I'm using this right here, because of the difference. Now I ended up going with this clear satin. I had bought a quart of the semi-gloss, and it was too shiny. Didn't look right. So let's brush on a coat on each side. And then I'm going to clean the paintbrush, and we're going to get a coat of black on. Just got a little piece of debris right here. I'm just going to sand that out. Jolene, leave the cat alone. She don't want to play with you. And I don't have anything to open my can. Maybe my knife will. Yep. Now, on your last coat is your most critical coat. There's 3 coats on this cabinet. But I sanded between second and third coat. So when you sand it, you lose probably a coat. I could probably leave it as is. It looks pretty damn good. But I figure, you know what? I gotta wait for the black paint to dry on the back of the cabinet. Why not put one more on the side as well? Just let it all dry at the same time. Not going to hurt it. But we definitely 100% saved this artwork from getting any worse. It's very smooth, and it actually looks pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with it, to be honest with you. So what I'm doing right now is I'm kind of just loading it on a little bit heavy. And I'm going down to the bottom edge of the black area. Okay. Now I'm going to take my brush. I'm going to go nice straight strokes, stopping just below the black. Doing the cabinet in 2 halves, because rather than bending all the way down and up, trying to run long strokes, just end it in an area that is not very visible. Once it dries, you'll never see it. Now this stuff goes on a little bit bubbly, but it will settle down as it dries. And I usually go over it twice. So if anybody wants to preserve old artwork, I suggest using this stuff. It works really well. Now there's that other clear that I use occasionally. It's very expensive. Owl's Eye is the company that makes it. It's $50 a quart almost, I think. And that works extremely well. That is not a, I don't think that is a water-based. I think that's a straight acrylic. And it would definitely be a little bit stronger than this stuff, but this stuff's pretty strong. I've actually used this stuff before on countertops and stuff, and it held up pretty well. Did it wear down eventually? Yes. But, you know, how often are you going to wash the side of your arcade cabinet versus a countertop? Countertop multiple times a day. Arcade cabinet a couple times a year. If that even happens, chances are you're just going to wipe it down with a towel or a little bit of window cleaner. And I have 4 coats on this cabinet. And the good thing also is this stuff, just rinse the brush out, cleans right up. Okay, that's one side done. The black is the most critical because black will show the most, so you want to try to get that the smoothest. On the other side here. I can only do so much. I'm zoomed out as far as I can. I just don't have a lot of room where I'm working. But that's okay, because we're going to do it in 2 halves. Painted all day today at work, and I come home and I'm doing more painting. Now you do have to be careful with this stuff as far as you can get runs really easily. So that's why it's important to go over it twice, because it will even it out. I mean, if you get a run, let it dry, sand it out, and reapply, and you'll be just fine. I had a run or two, and I was able to sand it out. Did not do a video yesterday. Well, I started, but I did not do much yesterday. Worked outside all day, got pretty good sunburn, was tired, said the hell with it. Every once in a while, I will take a little night off. Not too often, but occasionally I do. But I do need to clean the rest of the stuff out of the shop from the Pong cabinet that I took apart. I gotta bring that in the basement, which I'm gonna do that once I'm done putting this coat on, which you guys quit. Those poor cats. That puppy, man, drives them nuts. So all she wants to do is play. And they play sometimes, but they just don't want to play 24/7 like her. And she hasn't realized that she can never catch them. Right, Jolene? Right. This should dry really nice. And I'll do a close-up of it once it's dry so you can see how smooth it is. My blue paint's a little blotchy. What I use is a little dark. I could not match that blue on this cabinet very well. Probably could have got a spray paint or something, but once again, I'm not going to spray paint in the basement. Get overspray on everything, so. All right, I'm going to go rinse this brush, spin the cabinet around, or maybe I'll leave it where it is and we'll just go behind it and paint the black. And then we will let it sit for a couple hours while I'm working on other stuff. All right, brush is cleaned. And we're going to get a coat of black on this guy. One coat should be all it needs. Once again, we're just sealing it up. I'm not going for craziness here. You can put your nose in it. You're not going to like it. I do this every time. Go ahead, smell it. You done? All right. Start at the top here, get a coat on. Oh, we got to put a marquee light in this thing too. I got to find a marquee light, which I believe I have in one of the other Tempest cabinets. Should. So we got quite a bit to do on it still, actually. Just want to get it wrapped up. Then can work on playing it. And definitely not any good at it. I know that. I've only got to play Tempest a handful of times in my life. I never owned one. And I've only played it a couple times at my buddy's. Where the arcade was when I was a kid, I never got to see one. It's amazing how many games that you really never saw when you were a kid playing games at an arcade. There are so many games produced. Even today, I find games all the time that I've never even heard of. But I'm intrigued by them, you know what I mean? It's just like, even if it's kind of like the same type of setup game-wise, like the Astro Fighter I just finished, that cocktail, you know, really not much different than Space Invaders. It's kind of like a cross between Space Invaders and Galaga. But it's just different and unique. I'm not putting this on super thick, just putting the coating on. Got a garbage bag on the floor so I don't drip black paint. So when you put that down, that's usually when you don't spill. But if you don't put that down, then all of a sudden you spill everywhere. Now, this paint I'm using, do not use it on the side of an arcade cabinet if you are planning on putting artwork. They do not recommend any type of a latex paint underneath our arcade artwork. Just doesn't hold up. Your artwork will eventually peel off of it. But inside of a cabinet, back of a cabinet, go for it. Not going to hurt it one bit. Now, I don't really know what acrylic latex is. Is it just a better quality latex paint? I don't know. Everything's just got to have fancy names nowadays. Can't just be normal latex, or everything's got to be like modified. And 9 times out of 10, it's shittier than the original stuff was. I'm gonna probably on the inside of the Pong cabinet, I'm gonna use this stuff as well. It's cheap. I think it's like $17 for a quart. You might be able to buy it in a gallon. I honestly haven't looked. I might have seen it, just never paid attention. I don't use a ton of black, especially with a paintbrush. So it's not like I would buy it by the gallon anyways, to be honest with you. Turning out to be a really nice Survivor cabinet. Doctoring it up a little bit just to prolong its life as long as possible. What are you doing, Jolene? You're really gonna watch the paintbrush go up and down? Is that fun? Looks like you're watching tennis. Oh, excuse me. Jolene, back up. Don't touch it. All right, let's see what the dry time is on this I think I got stuff all over it. I did. Dries at a touch in 1 hour. So that'll work out good. Like I said, I'm going back out in the shop now. Rinse my paintbrush. And then I will be back in later and we will get the T-molding, marquee light, carriage bolts, the spinner cleaned, and hopefully we're done. I like my brush strokes going all the same way. All right, guys, I'm gonna start putting the T-molding on. You know what else I forgot? The coin door needs to be put back together. Did forget about that. So we're going to start at the back on the bottom and then work our way through to the front here. And it looks like it goes underneath it too. This is just black smooth T-molding. If I can find the end of it. So what I'll do is kind of let that hang underneath the cabinet. It's a little smashed up. Cut a notch in here. Okay, now when you come to a real tight inside corner, so all you gotta do is make a slit and it'll open itself up. You want help? Cut this a little long. Now I have to lift the cabinet up so I get the T-molding around the bottom side. which I don't even know if the camera can even see what I'm doing right this minute. So this part is gonna suck because it's a full game. So what I'm gonna do is take this quart can of paint and we're gonna tilt the cabinet and slide that underneath it. And that's gonna hold that up so I can tap it in. And I did get some urethane on the floor, but this vinyl floor, it literally will come right off. Fingernail will take it right off if you have fingernails. But yeah, it scrapes right off of it. Here, Jolene, why don't you do that with your nails? No? Don't lick me. Back of this cabinet at the bottom's a little messed up. Hopefully the T-molding will stay. All right, got one side done. So this is what I was talking about. Like when you have a tight inside corner, okay, cut your T-molding just like this, straight down the rib. All right, that's all you got to do. And then when you go to bend that inside corner, it opens up, works perfectly. If you have an outside corner, you want to cut it in a V shape. Like that, so that when you roll the outside edge, it doesn't bind up on each other and you can get it. I mean, you can do a nice 90-degree bend with it like that. So now we can do the other side. Same way. Get finishing up on that space dual as well, since we have a monitor now. I put all the vector games next to each other, Space Duel, Tempest, Quantum. I'm going to put my Asteroids Deluxe too. Somebody asked me, would I ever want a Star Wars? And yes, I would, but I'm not going to pay $3,000 for one. So I don't see me finding one. Those don't seem to come up very often, and usually when they do, they're expensive, or they'll be missing the monitor or something like that. And you know, unless somebody comes up with vector monitors, really don't see me doing anything with it. That one I didn't have to cut. That one went right in. Okay. Cut this right here. I have a love-hate relationship with these boxes. They're awesome because of the price point, but sometimes they're a pain in the ass. All right, we have molding. We wasted a little bit over a foot and a half. Not too bad. When you buy those 20-foot rolls or those 22-foot rolls, you end up throwing a bunch away. In this case, you probably have to buy 2 rolls. All right, that's done. Now we can put our carriage bolts in the front. Looks like, I don't know if that's where the sticker went originally or not. I'd have to look online. I don't think our lights work either for the coin door. I don't remember. These ones I'm just going to hand tighten. They're not going to go anywhere. Julian, you're in the light. Thank you. Now you have something to do. Some more of that stupid tape. Whoever owned this taped any hole. Guess that's probably good. 31,959 plays on the coin meter. Does that mean $7,500? I think so. Okay, now those are in. That doesn't look bad. Coin door's dented. Probably pop that out. All right. Let's open up this. Go grab some pliers so I can take those two nuts off. All right, I'm going to take out these two nuts. One's already loose. I don't have any rubbing alcohol in the house. I don't feel like walking back to the shop, so we'll just use some window cleaner. Well, I had to go get a socket or something because that one's stuck. Apparently that's too big. Looks like there's oil or something all over it. Well, there's no visible eyes. I didn't know how the spinner looked. Wasn't sure if it was like a trackball. This must be something to do with magnets. I mean, it is kind of dirty, but it's not really going to do anything if there's no eyes in there. let me get this back together. I'll be right back. All right, let me pull the glass. Don't know how dirty it is. I never pulled it out. Got some dirt in there. Not super bad. You can see Tempest burning. Looks like it's got some burn in the dead center. Probably from the monitor going out. More nicotine. Good thing is with that black glass, you never see it. Yeah, it's a lot of nicotine. Nicotine cabinet. As far as the coin door, I'll just do that off camera. That's not a big deal. I actually rotated the glass around and I put the inside outwards. It's in better shape. All right, let's turn it on and see what it does. Oh, I want to show you the sides and stuff. Close here. Let's see how smooth it turns out. It's really, really smooth, and then the back even looks good with just one coat of paint. That's all it needed. Just a little cleaning. So let me get this plugged in. I'll turn the lights off and see if that spinner works any better. I don't know. I might have to do something else with it. All right, I found a marquee light actually down here that there, you can see the outline where it used to be, and it's almost identical. So we're just going to use that. Must have been a metal plate. This is a little bit different, but it'll be just fine. All right. Can't fit in here. Get the damn plug back in. Yes. There we go. All right. I don't know if that light bulb's any good. We will find out. If not, I'll have to put a new one in. I don't put new ones in unless they don't work. Might as well use it until it blows up. I do need to put a lock on the back door. Same thing with the coin door. But like I said, I'll do that stuff. I'll just do that off camera. That's really not a big deal. Grab a screw. I don't want the cat going in the back of the cane. All right, let me turn the lights off. The focus might need a little bit of adjustment. I think it's a little bit blurry, and that's probably might be due to me cleaning the monitor and the screen. All right, let's see if that spinner works any better. Tempest, that marquee looks awesome up there. Oh, I don't think I plugged it back in. Duh. See, you got to go slow. You go too fast, then it wants to go the other way. And I don't know if that's normal or not. I'm not sure. Been a long, long time since I've played this game. I'm going to order a high score save kit for it. Darn it. Yeah, I think the spinner is a little messed up still. Yeah. Yes, I'm gonna have to figure that out. Yeah, it's definitely touching. Yeah, you want to go one way and then it doesn't let you. See what I mean? Darn it. Yeah. I wonder if it could be something to do with that board. That little board for the spinner. Damn it. Can't go the way I want to. Maybe I'll reflow the solder on it. But it works, guys. And it looks really good. I'll try to reflow the solder on that. But yeah, if you try to go too fast one way, it automatically starts going the other way. So I don't know about that. We can try dialing in the monitor a little bit more. So figure out where to put my drill. Put it in the other room here. Grab that. Actually, I'm going to grab my little mirror. Focus is just a hair off. Probably doesn't really show up much in the camera. Yeah, and the camera doesn't look bad, but to the naked eye, the small print is a little bit out of focus. And I think the red's up too high. A little bit of a jitter to the screen. I don't think it was doing that before. Thought these did a little bit of a color adjustment on the neck board. Thought they did. Could be wrong. Yeah, there's red. I didn't think I was nuts. Might end up having to cap it. It is jumping around a little bit. So that's alright. I might have to do a little more work to it. It is what it is. It's not too bad there. It almost seems like the convergence is off a little bit, and I think I might have just fixed it. Maybe. I can see down there on the writing, it's a little off, and the rings will spin easily. So, you know, moving it from out of the basement in my van to here, it's a very good possibility they jiggled around. I need to kind of see that at the bottom a little bit more. Can't see nothing. All right, I'll be back in a couple minutes. If you look down at the bottom here, yeah, it's hard to see on the camera, but the blue is hanging below. Okay, I got the convergence looking a lot better, but there is jittery, so I don't know if what are those called, the Zinner diodes or whatever on the high voltage board. So I'm probably gonna have to tear this apart and do a little work to the monitor. It is what it is. I want to make sure that it's right, but if you look real closely, damn it, you can't really see it on screen on my video, but the letters are actually jumping up and down a little bit. Okay, so it's probably in the high voltage section of the monitor, so I'm gonna have to do some work to it, but I definitely got the convergence a lot better than they were. So very happy with it. Color looks good. So all right, I'm gonna end this video, and we'll probably do a video on the monitor. And the only other thing really is I just need to put the coin door together and put a lock on the back door. Push the screw back on for now, but that's pretty much it. Get this monitor working a little better, and I'll double check with Jason. He'll know right away what to change on that. I'm not going to go replacing just random parts unless I know for sure that I need to replace them, you know what I mean? It's kind of pointless to go in there and just replace everything when it doesn't possibly need everything. I'll talk to him about it and see exactly what he tells me to replace, and that's what I will do. But yeah, it's damn close, guys, and it works. And I got to figure out the spinner. I'm gonna ask him about that as well. I don't know if that little board could be bad, if it needs to be reflowed, something on the main PCB. I'm not sure. So that's gonna end this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of it. I think it looks really good. The marquee I'm especially happy with. I mean, I'm really shocked that it looks as good as it does. Turn off the lights for a second. But look at that. That is nice and crisp. I mean, you really honestly couldn't ask for anything better. You definitely could not get a remake one to look like that. I know that for sure. I know people have complained about the remake ones. So, all right, guys, I'm going to upload this video and I'm going to bed. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys later.